Hi guys, Zach here and welcome back to Conquer Red Alert video. In this game I'm playing a troll game on the map Rivers Wild. I'm playing in the allies and starting in the bottom middle position. So what we're going to be doing in this troll game is I'm going to be able to use mass rangers. And because I'm going to be able to use rangers, I need to put a couple of other rules in place. Because obviously I've been doing most troll games, I've not been able to use rangers, tanks, artillery or anything like that. So what I'm going to ban is sort of like base diving or base crawling into other players' bases. So what I won't be doing is I won't be base crawling into other players' bases with turrets and pillboxes, and I also won't be doing that with barracks and building mass taniers inside the base. However, I will still be able to use pillboxes and turrets to defend, and of course I'll be trying to spread to different parts of the map to collect ore and also defend in those positions, and I will be able to use taniers, just not sort of like dive in and start building barracks throughout the base and building mass taniers. So what we're going to be doing first is we're going to be just getting some map visibility around the map. You can see I'm just building that first war factory, and I'm going to be able to get a bit better start than I usually do, probably because rangers can be built quite early on, and you can just see me getting some map visibility. As much as I can, I just need to find out where the other players are. And what was really important is just checking that there was no one to the left of me at the start, because quite often there's a player who spawns really close there. And now I'm going to be building my second war factory, and I'm going to be also trying to build some extra MCVs in order to increase my building speed, because what I'm going to want to do is I'm going to want to spread to different ore patches early on and just get a lot more map control. And there we can see Cyan getting ore from that ore patch to the top left. So they're probably going to be an opponent I'm going to be fighting early on, because the map's sort of like split into two halves. You've like got sort of the left side of the map, which includes the bottom middle position, and you've also got the top right positions. Now the players who are playing in the top right will probably be quite close to each other, so they're probably going to be likely to attack each other early on rather than me. Although I am having a look in that middle position and trying to get to that big ore patch there, because that'll obviously be very lucrative. And there you can see me just getting my ore refinery down on the top of that ore patch. And one thing you need to do when you're doing multi-MCVs is you need to make sure you do build enough ore trucks and ore refineries. What I probably should have done actually is microed my ore trucks a bit more at the start to get a bit of a better economy, but I mean I'm looking okay right at this minute. And I've seen there's no one in that very middle position, and it doesn't look like there's anyone just above that position, so I might take a risk and go for that middle ore patch a bit. And you can just see me getting as much map control as I can at this point. And as I said earlier, I will be able to defend these positions. I've also got an information centre down, which is going to get me satellites, so I can see what's going on in different areas of the map. And now you can see why it's so important to get lots of ore refineries out early on, because you do start to run out of ore when using this strategy. And we can see red there in the top right position, and the top right and the top left are probably pretty bad positions in this map, and there will be a player in the top middle, so I've probably been quite lucky as to where other players have spawned this game. And I'm just waiting for that ore refinery to build. I'm struggling quite a bit. I'm just going to send that ore truck to collect gems, and also this ore truck that's coming out. It'll hopefully help my economy a little bit. And I'm also going to be able to start mining off this ore patch here. And you can see this one is a real big ore patch, so it's going to give me a lot of resources. And you can see my ore truck there going straight for the gems, as will this ore truck. So my economy is probably going to be in a real good state from now on. And I'll be able to start thinking about mounting an attack. So we'll just get a large power plant there, and we're going to build another war factory, because we're going to be getting mass rangers here. I'm just keeping an eye on the red team, because they seem to be doing quite a bit actually, but I do think they'll probably be wanting to attack the top middle team first, and that's what I hope anyway. and you can see me starting to get these ranges out, and I'm also starting to build those turrets. And of course I do have a bit fast building speed of turrets because I've got so many MCVs, and you can see there I need to keep that power up. If I run out, what happens when I run out of power is my building speed decreases, so I'm not building anything as fast, and also it'll delay my satellite research because that only counts down while you're in power. And I'm just having a look here at Cyan, and you can see Cyan's doing long distance mining, so he's probably not going to be as strong as he could be, so he might be a good person to pick off early on, just also so we can expand to that ore patch. Now remember, I'm not going to dive into his base, but I can expand to other ore patches, and we can see there the map layout, and we can see we've got Cyan in the top left, green in the top middle, and red in the top right. And one thing to probably note is that green is playing as the Soviets, so that might be a bit tricky with his base defences and me only being able to use ranges. And now you can see Cyan coming in with the tanks. He's got... Yes, so I'm not allowed to dive into his base, but I'm allowed to defend defences. Anyway, we're going for the attack now. You can see he's using medium and light tanks, and it looks like I've got quite a good mass at the moment, and it's looking quite promising. So we need to try and defeat these tanks, but you can see how long it is actually taking me to defeat these tanks, even though I've got tons and tons of ranges. It is really hard, and you can see Cyan bringing in more light tanks here. And now we're going to go for the attack, and what I think I'll do is I'm going to go for some of the buildings and see if I can take some of them out. So we managed to get that war factory out, and now we're going for the power, and we're just trying to go for the main buildings here, and we're going to go for the construction yard. What I do notice though is he does have an extra MCV. He's built that service depot, so he will be able to build extra MCVs from those war factories. But we've taken out that currently, so it'll stop any buildings he's currently trying to build. And now we're going for the power, and we're going to try and take out that ore refinery, and we're just doing as much damage as we can to his main buildings. And you can see this is working quite well, and we're going for his MCV, and his war factories. We'll let that MCV go now, because if we can get this ore refinery out, it's going to be really hard for him to build back up. He might not have enough ore stored, and you can see it's looking very good for us right at this minute. We've taken out all the main buildings, we've taken out the power, so he's going to have slow building. He hasn't got that MCV deployed, and we're going to take out this war factory, and it doesn't look like Cyan is probably not going to be able to come back from this. We've taken out all of his main buildings, and we've sort of got control of this top left position. So it all's looking good so far, and you can see he's deployed that MCV. He's trying to build another power plant, and he's going to repair, but that's going to be no good because we're going to be able to take it down. And now he's truly going to be out of the game. And just having a look at green there, he does have quite a bit, and he's also got Teslas defending his base. So far it's been a good start. We're going to just take out that ore silo, and Cyan is going to be out. You can see him trying to take out some of my rangers, but it's going to be no good. And Cyan is out of the game, and what that's going to allow us to do is take full control of that ore patch, and we can see the red is going for an attack on green, and we're going to have to see how this goes because green was looking pretty strong. At the moment I don't really have that many ranges, but we'll have to see, because I think green's going to have a handle on this, because he did have some Tesla coils in his base, and he also had quite a few tanks. And now you can see my ore stores are really building up because of all my ore patches, so I'm going to be building another war factory to help with building my ranges. And you can see there green also mining off this ore patch in the top left position. So you can see I've really got a control of a lot of ore over the map, and that's going to put me in a real good position here. But you can see how closely red and green are situated. And now we're just trying to get control of this ore patch. But you can see green starting to base crawl. He's got some Tesla there. So that's going to provide a little bit of trouble, but we're trying to go for his economy. We'll have to be able to see if we're able to get these ore trucks finished. And that's one down, and we're going for the second one. And it looks like the second one's going to go down, and we've just got one more to go. And that third ore truck, I don't know if it's going to survive. He's building more Tesla though, so it's going to make it harder and harder for us. But I think we're possibly going to be able to get that. Oof, it was close, but I think he's probably going to get away with it. And there was no... Yeah, and you can just see, I thought my ore trucks were only going to be, my ranges were only going to be coming from one war factory, but when you build a certain number of war factories, your ranges start going from all directions, and now we're going to go for an attack on these ore trucks mining those gems. Let's see if we can get that ore truck down, because what we're going to do is we're going to try and starve green of ore, because he does have major defences here, and you can see him trying to take these missile launchers forward. And they do a lot of damage, but if he brings them too far forward, we will be able to pick them off. And you can see those ore trucks are coming back, so we'll try and get an attack on them and see if we can take them down. But it looks like our range of numbers may not be sufficient, but we might get this one down, and that one goes down, and now there's just one more. But you can see now green going in for the attack.
Unit ready.
But you can see our range of numbers are very, very big, and those missile launchers are going to get taken down. He's been rather annoying at the moment, and we also have to keep an eye on red and how they are doing.
Unit ready. Building.
But you can see I have got a ton of ranges over the map. The problem is with ranges is they don't do much damage, they're very, very weak, and they don't have much HP. And you can see red actually building some ranges also. So we've got quite a lot on the map right at this minute. But you can see now green, he was going to go in for the attack, but then he saw the ranges and decided to back off. Also, we've got the base defences, which we're making sure we get plenty of, although missile launchers will have a longer range than the base defences and be able to do a lot of damage to buildings. So we're in a little bit of a stalemate right at the minute. We've got red there with a decent army, but green I think is going to be the big challenge in this game. You can see he's got 3 Tesla at the front of his base there, and they're pretty much going to be able to one-shot those the ranges. He's even got more Tesla further back, and he's starting to stack Tesla on that ore patch on the top left of the map. So that's going to be a little bit of a problem for me and for my ore trucks. Because green's going to be really struggling for ore at the moment. And now we're going to go in for the attack. We're going to go for that Tesla coil. And let's see, we're able to get one Tesla coil down, and we're going to go for the second one. Because these rangers don't seem to be okay against base defences. But you can see green is now coming in with the tanks. And yeah, I'm trying to take these Teslas out, but they're quite hard to get to, especially when we've got a load of tanks in front of them. And now we're going in for the attack here. He's got heavy tanks, he's got missile launchers, and we're just trying to do as much damage as we can. You can see we've got absolutely masses of rangers, but they will quite easily go down here. But we can see that red is coming in for the attack as well, and he's coming from the right. So we're both going for green at the moment, seeing if we can break through into his base. But can he hold? You can see he's building more Tesla, and this isn't looking too good for us at the moment. And red is also in a difficult position, although he's helping block the tanks from attacking me from above. And now we're trying to break in to the base. We managed to clear off a lot of those heavy tanks, and what we'll do is we'll start trying to go for the Tesla. So he's got at least... Well, he had 4 Tesla there. We've got one of them down at the top, but he's also got Tesla further back. And now he's been able to clear up red, and I'm going to need to pull back. And you can see red is going for the attack on me, so he's decided to change his target now, and he's going for my base. And you can see I'm out of ore, but those turrets will be able to take him out, take his tanks out, and I've also got some rangers to help.
Unit lost.
So we've managed to take out quite a few tanks from green there, and you can see the missile launchers going for the attack on my base to the left of the map. So he's going on the offensive now with those missile launchers, trying to take out some of those turrets, and he'll probably no doubt be trying to take out those ore refineries. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring my Rangers in for the attack and also build some extra turrets. Now you can see those Teslas are getting quite close, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and destroy the two that are like sort of on the ore patch. I think one of my ore trucks has been destroyed already, but you can see those Teslas making short work, and now he's bringing the missile launchers back in, and he's also got a tank there as well. So we'll have to see how this goes. Now you can see those missile launchers with their long range, they're able to fire on that turret and take it out. I think Green needs to ensure that he sort of like gains control of this ore patch, because if he doesn't get control of this ore patch, he's going to be really struggling for ore. Obviously Red's got a bit of control to the right of the map, and we can see Green trying to take his ore truck in, but we're going to be able to destroy that. And now we're going to go for these Teslas that are on the ore patch here, and you can see my Rangers have built up in force, and it looks like we're going to be able to take out those two Tesla, and we'll take out these two power plants as well. But you can just see the number of Tesla there is absolutely crazy, and as soon as I try taking the ones out over the river, my Rangers start to get a bit stranded because of the tracking in this game. And you can see what I'm trying to do is just try and push him back a little bit, because I know it'll like cost a lot to expand back to the ore patch. And you can see we're able to destroy quite a few of those Teslas, and it looks like we're going to get another one down. And what I'm probably going to do after this is just pull back, because you can see he's pulling his tanks in, but we just want to get that one down. And yeah, it doesn't look like we're going to be able to get any more Tesla, because now he's got his tanks in, and he's also got a missile launcher. So we're going to retreat to our ore patch. I think we've managed to push him back sufficiently at this point. And Red's just said there in the chat, Pat, let's make peace. So it looks like they're going to be focusing on me from now on. So we're going to have red and green. And I think, yeah, I don't think Pat, I don't know, he can't do too much right at this minute. Because, but they can see they've been quite good sports actually. They were lulling at the start and stuff. So yeah, it's probably not quite the usual game they'd have. And we can see that Pat Green is now going for the ore on this ore patch, so I'm gonna sort of send some rangers for here, and I want to defend that ore patch, of course. So I'm gonna just send my rangers over just to stop that ore truck gaining any more. And you can see now Red going for the attack on my base, so this is where my turrets come in, and I've got quite a few. I do have a good building speed because I'm on multiple MCVs, and you can see those heavy tanks going in, and they're actually getting the upper hand on those turrets. You can see I'm actually struggling quite a bit on ore at the moment because of all the ranges I'm building and my multiple war factories. So we're getting in our ranges, and we'll have to try and defend this because we don't want to lose control of this ore patch, because that ore in this part of the map is very valuable. And it looks like we're going to be able to destroy those medium tanks and deflect that defense, that attack even. Those medium tanks do have a lot more HP as well than the light tanks, and you can see now Red trying to take on this, trying to expand his base to this ore patch. So what we're going to do is we're going to go for the attack on Red, because Red is probably in a much... He's in a better position like to expand, sort of. If he gets on this ore patch, he will be able to build more tanks, and he's going to put me in real trouble. So you can see my rangers now against medium tanks, and yeah, you can just see I'm just swarming at the moment, but it is quite hard to destroy these medium tanks with the high HP. But we are going to be able to probably destroy those ore trucks and get those ore refineries off this ore patch, hopefully, because you can see I've just got an absolute massive rangers, and although they don't do much damage, when you got them in this, like in these numbers, they do take a lot of time to destroy, even if you are using tanks. And Red is asking Green for help at the moment, but he's not getting it. So we'll have to see how this goes. You can see he's got a lot of tanks there, but I've also got a lot of rangers. I'm also bringing rangers back in. And we're just going to have to see if I can... because I've obviously got a much greater amount of ore. I'm going to be building ranges much faster than Red is going to be able to build tanks. But we're going to have to see. You can see my ranges are getting cleaned up, and it doesn't look like this attack is going to be successful. But what I have managed to do is I have managed to destroy most of the ore trucks mining off that middle ore patch. And you can see a little bit of lag was there, and it took a little bit of time to catch up. And yeah, you can see my ranging numbers are starting to build up again, and you can see those tanks are on low HP, and this time it looks like I might be able to break through possibly, unless he has some reinforcements which are going to be coming in. And yeah, you can see those two tanks on low HP, and we've got that tank on medium HP, and now we're going to be able to push off that final ore truck, which is still mining. You can see now he's bringing in light tanks. Light tanks are a little bit weaker, so they'll be able. They've got a little less HP, so they'll be a bit easier for me to destroy. And you can see him build it. I think he's bringing in artillery as well. Artillery do a lot of damage, but I think they'll be really weak in a fight like this because they do have low HP, and I've got so many rangers. I think that is the wrong choice. I think medium tanks are definitely the way to go in this match. And now you can see that Green is really putting on a defence, and we can also see that Big Green's built a base in the middle of my bases, like at the bottom of the map. So we're going to try and get those ore trucks, and we're going to need to get that middle base down. And you can just see how many ore refineries he's been building. He's just been going right through his economy, so he can continue to build things. And you can see now he's selling up his ore refineries, and that's going to put him in a bit of a difficult position because his ore trucks are going to have a long way to travel back to his base, and we will try and intercept them if at all possible. So you can see we're going for that ore truck now. We don't want it to get back. We managed to destroy that one ore truck. We're going to go for another one, and that one's destroyed as well. And you can see some of my ore patches are looking a little bit bare, which is not good. And you can see that ore truck going down as well. So Green's, I don't know if Green's actually made anything from that. We're just putting some base defences down here to defend this ore patch. You can see that green ore truck on very low HP. And you can see that other ore truck coming in. And he might have actually lost money from doing that like expansion, depending on how long he was there. Because we managed to pull them back. But we can see that Red is managing to, he's got two ore trucks on that ore patch, so I'm going to be chasing him back into his base. Yes, sir. Because it looks like Green is going to be really struggling with ore. We need to take out, first of all, I think we need to take out these ore refineries. That'll mean his ore trucks have to long distance mine, which will make it very, very inefficient. And we'll also try and take out these ore trucks. You can see he's got 4 mining off this ore patch. We've managed to take off one of them. And you can see now Green bringing the missile launcher to that top left ore patch. And now we're going sort of like to try and drive into his base. And you can see that missile launcher going away there a little bit. And now we're going on a major attack on Red's base. He must be struggling on ore at the moment, so I'm not sure how easily he's going to be able to replenish any forces that he's losing. But it's looking good for us. And once we get Red out, we can focus entirely on Green. But you can see he's got quite a decent force defending that point there. And what I think I'll do is I'm going to go to the other up to the top and go in the top side of his base. Because you can see those rangers at that bottleneck being taken out quite easily. And now we're going to go for that construction yard. And you can see now he's left the bottom of his map, his base open. So we're going to be able to get our rangers through this point. You can see we're struggling at the top left at the moment because Green's attacking that position while I'm busy fighting Red. And you can see it's looking good. We managed to destroy some of Red's main buildings. Red's just asking if did Green leave, but I think Green's just focusing on a different part of the map in the top left in particular at the moment, rather than in the main middle part of the map. And you can see now Red has been pushed back. He's only got very, very few resources left. You can see Green with those tanks and missile launchers in the top left, and it looks like they're going to go down.
Unit lost.
And now red is out of the game. I think he could see that he was just going to be pushed back. He'd been pushed back a lot, and the Rangers were just too much for him in the end. And now becomes the hard part. It's going to be my Rangers against the Soviet defence. And we can see, yeah, he's got Teslas there. I've been a bit careless there, getting those Rangers a little bit close. But what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be grouping together and going out for an all-out attack. The thing is, I've got like control of all the ore. I mean, he's managed to get a little bit of ore actually from that ore patch, but I've got the majority. The majority of the ore is under my control, which is going to make it give me a big advantage. And you can just see my Rangers building very, very quickly. And you can see those Rangers there destroying a couple of Green's ore trucks, and it looks like those ore trucks are going to go down. You can see another one there, and he's trying to bring it back. Is it going to survive? And it doesn't. We've managed to take out that one, and I think that was possibly his only 2 ore trucks in that top part. You can see he's got another ore truck to the right of it, in the right side of his base, which is just mining off the ore regrowing near his base. But now I am looking like I'm in a good position. You can see I'm actually struggling a little bit for ore, and Green looks like he's going to be coming out to face me head on. So we're going to go for his missile launchers probably first, because those missile launchers do have low HP. And you can see, I think is he going to go for a base dive? I think it's really hard with my Master Rangers to actually go for a base dive, but you can see he's going for an attack on my middle base, and he might actually be going for this bottom position, and we'll have to see, does he go for the information centre? That's quite often a tactic players go for to try and reduce visibility on the map. You can see though I'm still struggling for ore at the moment, but you can see he's going for the construction yards, but it's not too much of an issue because I do have other construction yards available, and you can see I've still got an MCV which is undeployed, which doesn't matter too much at the moment considering I was going to say the ore situation was bad, but you can see my ore situation seems to be getting better again. And you can see that heavy tank is going to be taken down, and now I can move my tanks, my Rangers even, back up north. And yeah, that medium tank going down as well. No, that heavy tank even. They are playing Soviets. And you can see Green being quite aggressive at this stage of the game, and probably what would have helped is if Green had been a bit more aggressive when I'd been attacking Red, because then it would have been much harder for me to defend. You can see he's getting, he's getting missile launches, he's sending heavy tanks, but I just have so many Rangers being produced, and you can see those missile launchers are actually quite weak because they get destroyed very, very quickly because of the low HP. And you can see now his base is pretty much bare at the front. It's just got those Tesla coils lined up. And you can see him trying to mine off that ore patch, but that ore truck's having to travel a long distance to get there. And now it looks like we're going to be able to launch an attack on Green's main base. It's probably going to be a bit easy to get through Green's defences this time because he doesn't have those tanks as well. Because Tesla coils have quite a low HP, and they really come together when they're mixed with tanks. But because he doesn't have those tanks there, it looks like we might be able to get through this. So let's see. We managed to destroy one Tesla coil. We're going for the second one, but you can see he's got a lot throughout his base. So that's 2 Tesla coils down. And I could have gone for the power, but that seems to be all at the back of the base, so that's why I've decided to go for the Tesla coils first. And after I destroy these 2, then I'll probably be able to go for the power plants and just keep on destroying them. And once I've got the power down, he won't be able to, he won't have anything to defend. And you can see we've also got a lot of infantry. Infantry actually do quite well against Tesla coils because the Tesla coils can just zap them one at a time. And it looks like it's called good game. And you can see us just ripping through his base right now. He's got no tanks to defend, and soon he should be probably low on power. And now we'll take out those ore refineries. And you can see Green is selling up because he knows it's well and truly over. So that was mass Rangers in this game, and I think Green needed to be probably a bit more aggressive early on, and if he'd worked with Red, it might have been a little bit different. So thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video.